Hello everyone, it's Hripko here with Royal LePage. Welcome back, and I'm so happy that you are here. Today we are going over the recap from the Marie Lurie presentation that our team hosted a few weeks ago. So we had the pleasure of having the Chief Economist of the Calgary Real Estate Board, Marie Lurie, do a private presentation with us, going over what's happened so far this year, as well as what's predicted to happen for the remainder of the year. And so we actually have two of these events each year. So if you are interested in one receiving the recording, please let me know. As well as if you are interested in being a part of this upcoming event, we have one in the spring in around April, May, and then we have one in the fall around October or November. So these are really, really great events where we get a lot of information, and really it's invaluable. It's so great to hear what Anne-Marie has to say. So anyways, let's get into what my takeaways are from this event. So first of all, she covered what happened in 2021 and how our expectations were exceeded. We saw a 71% increase in sales, 34% increase in new listings, with a 7% decrease in inventory, paired with 46% decrease in the months of supply and an 8% increase in our benchmark price. You may be wondering, why did this happen? Why did these numbers exceed our expectations? So we did see low lending rates paired with the pent-up demand from COVID, along with the lower or the younger demographic coming into the housing market, as well as better than expected job growth, and the energy sector also improved quite drastically. So right now we are in price recovery, and in most sectors we have seen that full recovery, except for in the condo market, which we'll get to momentarily. We do like to look at the city of Calgary in the relative factor, where we are the fourth largest city in Canada, and we are still very affordable in comparison to the other cities. We essentially are a bargain city for Toronto, Vancouver, Ottawa, Montreal, etc. So people will be coming here because it's so much more affordable. They can either purchase for living themselves because maybe they can work remotely, or they might be purchasing investment properties here in Calgary. When we talk about interest rates, we are expected to see further increases this year. So this will slow down our consumer demand, and we are expecting to see another hike in June. I don't know what is to come for the remainder of the year, so we do have to keep our eyes and ears out to see what is in the works there. So this does cool the effect of the number of sales that we are seeing, and so that might actually slow down the market and make it more of a balanced market compared to just a seller's market. Okay, oil prices are expected to stay where they're at, and we are seeing those high-paying jobs come back into play. So when I mentioned that we are expecting to get into more of a balanced condition for the remainder of the year, we're not expecting it to just crash down to more balanced conditions. It will take time to level off and plateau. We are starting to see a little bit of that slowdown, but it's really not much that it's going to offset all of the gains that we have seen since COVID. Okay, so that is something just to keep in mind, whether you are a buyer or seller, to know what is happening in the marketplace. And then we have the townhouses or row properties, which is sitting at $343,000, which is a 17% increase. And then the one sector that is lagging a little bit behind here is the condos, which is sitting at $272,600, and that's an 8% increase year over year. However, we are still 9.2% below our previous highs seen in 2014. That is something just to keep our eye on, because the condo market, we are seeing that resurgence, but it is taking its time there as well. And that could be because of the high condo fees, especially the downtown market hasn't been improving as much as the surrounding areas. But again, the condo fees, especially with the older properties, and so on. So with the interest rates as well, just slowing down people's purchasing power and so on. Talking about some of the market risks for what is to come. Of course, interest rates, how is that really going to slow us down? Are we going to continue to see that increase continuously throughout the rest of the year? Or is the Bank of Canada going to lighten up and maybe slow it down? All that we can say is let's keep watching. We then have inflation, and how is that going to affect our buyers and sellers? Of course, everything is so much more expensive, so that will also decrease people's purchasing power. we do have a better than expected economy where we have the energy sector improving, very healthy. And so that is driving the consumer confidence. And there are more people wanting to purchase, especially if they have that capital. And then home prices and supply. With that, we have home prices are continuing to increase, but they are more plateauing, and that is expected to plateau for the remainder of the year. And then supply, we were expecting to have more supply, especially during the spring market, because traditionally we do see that, but it is lower than expected. So hopefully we will see more supply come onto the market, and it might actually sit on the market a little bit longer than what we have been seeing. In addition, when we look at the new home supply, the new home market hasn't improved as much compared to the resale properties, likely because the cost of materials, the labor shortage, as well as the lack of inventory for lots. So that is something that we do have to keep our eye on. Is that going to improve? I don't know. I'm hoping so, and that would be a really great thing for our marketplace. I'm hoping that they don't invest in more condominiums, because we do have a bit more of that inventory there compared to a detached or attached sector. But you know what? We have to work with what we got. Anyways, let me know if you guys have any questions on anything I covered today. And if you do want to have a recording of what we covered with this last event a couple weeks ago, send me a message, email, phone call, or whatnot, and I'd be happy to share. And if you'd like to book a call with me to discuss what any of this means for you, I have my link to my Calendly account in the description below, and I'd love to chat with you. Have a great one, and I'll see you guys next time.